Everyone. So recently I purchased a new car. I know in my previous video, one of them, I did a car transfer and it was into a Chrysler 300, which was the car that I had before. But just recently I traded that in and got a Cadillac XTS, which I plan on doing a video later of me transferring in it and everything. But I just wanted to discuss some facts that a lot of you don't know. When a person is a paraplegic and is on disability, it's a lot harder to do things like this, like to get a car or a house or anything like that. Pretty much getting a loan in general is extremely difficult, or at least it was for me. So I'm assuming everybody else who is on disability has the same kind of trouble and struggles doing it. My previous car, I was able to sign on, but I was not able to be the main signer because first off, my credit was extremely bad, because years ago when I was in my car accident, I was only 18. I didn't have any insurance. And when my accident happened, of course, I had medical bills that I could not pay for or afford. Multiple hospitals that I went to and things like that, they were kind enough to they were kind enough to write off the bill for me and put it as charity, which was awesome, because without that help I would have had way more bills and it was just crazy. But some of the bills I did receive, such as, for example, one of the bills that I had was for a trauma hawk ride to a different hospital, which was around $24,000 just to ride in a helicopter. Okay, so I had that bill on me, which I could not afford. So it got sent to collections, which after all these bills like that got sent to collections, of course my credit was terrible, absolutely terrible. So for the past, 2020, for the past 9 years, I have been busting my butt trying to get my credit back up so that I could at least try and purchase things on my own and not have to rely on anybody, because that's another thing that sucks about getting in any kind of accident or having things like that happen, is you lose a lot of your independence. And it sucks when you're super independent on everything you do, and next thing you know, you have to depend on so many people for things. So boosting my credit back up was extremely hard and took quite a while, but I was finally able to do that, which I was super proud about. And then another thing that made it hard for me to be able to sign off on any loans is being on disability, and that being my only income. It doesn't show that I make very much money, because obviously on disability you don't make too much money from it. So a lot of banks do not want to give out loans to people on disability because they're not sure if you'll be able to make the payments and just be able to pay them back. Pretty much that's it. They don't know if they want to risk giving you that loan. So that's another thing that makes it incredibly hard for people on disability to get a loan for anything. But I was finally able to do it, which was awesome for me because I haven't been able to, So I went ahead and signed on my own car with just my name on it and made me able to get it. Now, yes, I was able to get the car and I can afford it monthly with my disability. But another thing that people don't realize about paraplegics is, obviously, since we can't feel certain areas or move certain areas, such as myself. I cannot feel anything below my chest. So right here down, I cannot feel a thing. I can't move anything down there or anything like that. So when it comes to driving, I am not capable of driving with my legs. So even though I got this brand new car to drive, I still was unable to drive it. Now, I did have some portable hand controls, which are pretty much, you can connect them to your gas pedal and your brake pedal and use them up with your hands to drive. But my portable ones are not very safe, I guess I should say, because they put me at risk of accidentally pushing the gas at certain times and things like that. So it's not a very safe thing to do. So what I have to do is I have to go to a special place that works on putting hand controls in vehicles for people who are like me, like paraplegics and stuff. It's like a disability type place where they will modify any type of vehicle for someone who needs different things done to it in order to drive. They do pretty much anything for that, which is awesome because people like me need that. But the bad part about it is getting these hand controls installed into our vehicles is costly. Everything costs money, and you don't realize how much things cost until you actually need them. But things for paraplegics are very expensive. Wheelchairs, bathroom commodes, you know, just shower chairs, everything it's just very expensive. So we have to pay out of our pocket to get these hand controls installed into our vehicles. Now, if you purchase a brand new vehicle, GM does this awesome thing where it's like a rebate program. They will pay you back $1,000. Like if you go and pay for the hand controls to get installed and then you fill out a rebate form and send it to them, they will give you back $1,000, which will help you pay for the hand controls. But the only thing is, you have to purchase a brand new vehicle. Now, me, I am not able to afford a brand new vehicle. So I purchase my vehicles used because it's the only way I can afford them. And if you get a used vehicle, GM will not do the rebate program for you. It is specifically only for brand new vehicles. So that part kind of sucks, which means that when I had to purchase these hand controls and get them installed, it came out of my pocket completely. There's no money going back. So when I purchased this vehicle, I have to go and pay for the vehicle itself, and also I have to go and pay for hand controls to be installed in order to drive the vehicle. So, I mean, it kind of sucks in a way because I can't just say, oh, I don't want the hand controls. It's not by choice because I can't drive without them, obviously. And the hand controls plus the installation costs around $1,600. Now, that's a lot of money in my opinion. I mean, I only have so much to live on, you know? So that is another bad part that a lot of people do not realize. So now I think I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my car and show you my hand controls and how I drive. So here we go. Okay, so this is my car. It's kind of dirty, but here it is. Nice. All right. And I'm going to show you guys the inside of my hand controls. So here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys watch me get into the car really quick, and then I will show you the inside. So I just pull up and lock. Scoot forward. I always put my right leg in first, which it has a little bit of a spasm sometimes. Then my left one stays down on the ground. Okay. Okay. There we go. And I'll grab up here sometimes or on the steering wheel other times. Okay. Sorry guys. Okay. Now let me just move the wheelchair and get this right here. Okay, so that is how I get into the car. As you can see, my chair is really far back and laid back because it helps me have more room to be able to transfer in so that I don't end up hitting my hand controls, which are right here. So it helps a lot. Okay? Okay, so now that I'm in the car, I'm gonna go ahead and start it just because it's kind of hot outside here in Florida and I need AC. So, yeah, let me start the car. Which I will explain that to you guys too. Okay. Now, first off, let me set my seat up so that I can talk to you guys better about this. Okay. So this is my new car, my Cadillac. Obviously I sit right here. I get in perfectly normal like everybody else. But I drive differently. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the 101 on how to drive with the hand controls and everything like that. So bear with me guys. Just give me a second. Okay, so inside the car, I will show you. Here are my hand controls. As you can see down here, they connect right there to the brake and also to the gas. This one, of course, is the brake and this one is the gas. So they connected onto both of those and it comes up under my steering wheel, which they installed under there. And it just kind of goes over to this lever right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. The lever's right here, all right? They also installed this suicide knob up here for me, so it makes it easier for me to turn, because since I will only have one hand available, I need something to help me spin the whole steering wheel. This hand will always be on this hand control right here. Now, all you have to do is when you push it forward, it pushes the brake. If you let go, it goes back into its regular position. If I pull it, it accelerates. It pushes on the gas. So push forward for the brake, pull towards me for the gas. Pretty simple, but I had to actually do a 10-hour driving school to learn how to properly do it to be certified. Also, like I said, suicide knob helps me just whoop around that way. So it's nice and simple, you know, easy to drive the car and whatnot. There's a zoomed back so you can see. So I actually don't even drive with my feet. Now, I usually scoot up way closer so that I can reach everything better. And what I do is I just kind of tuck my foot right here. So that foot stays tucked there, and this one I stick out forward, and they just kind of sit there as I drive with my hands. So as you can see, and this is actually the inside of my car, everyone, just so that you can check it out. It's very nice, spacious. Now, one thing about this car is my other car's interior was black, so you couldn't tell when it got dirty. Now, the bad part is this is a light beige, so it can get dirty way easier. Now, obviously, my wheelchair, I put it in and set it right here next to me in the car when I'm driving. And my wheelchair, I don't want the oil and dirt on it and everything to get my beige seats dirty. So actually what I did is, right back there you can see that black thing. I bought one of those car seat protectors for like the baby car seats. And when I'm by myself, I just hook it up here around the headrest and it covers the seat right here and right here because it's for protecting a baby car seat. But actually I use it to protect from my wheelchair because since I put my wheelchair here, it covers the seat completely so it doesn't get scratched or anything. My last car got completely destroyed by my wheelchair, and I really hope not to do that this time with this car. Also, right here, you can see it looks like a piece of tape or something. Well, when I take my wheelchair apart, I tend to bang all on the paint of the car, and I'm hoping not to do that this time. I know it looks kind of tacky, but this is my temporary thing to do right now because I haven't figured out what else to do. But I put this tape right here to prevent my wheelchair from scratching the paint, but I don't know if I like it yet because like I said, it looks kind of tacky, just like a piece of rubbery tape there. So I'll have to figure that out later. But yeah, so this is my car, and next I will show you guys how I get my wheelchair in it. So here we go.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, I got a baby car seat protector to go on the seat, and I went ahead and already put it next to me in the passenger seat so that when I put my wheelchair in, it will not mess the leather up. I also put a towel in the back seat behind the passenger seat to protect the floor and the seat back there from my wheels because that's where my wheels go, and I don't want them to mess up the leather or the interior at all or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my wheelchair in. So first I scoot back, not all the way, but a good amount so that I have space between me and the steering wheel so I can get my wheels. So I unlock the brakes first off, and then I roll it in front of me and I pop the wheels off because my wheelchair has push button wheels because it's one of the light ones. So I pop that off, and then I just take the wheel and put it in front of me, and then I'm going to set it back in the back seat behind the passenger seat. Okay, so then I just kind of twist my chair so I can get to the other wheel, and I do the same thing, but I need to fix myself. Okay, so I put it like on its side, and I just push the button and pull this one off, and I do the same thing, just put it back there. Okay, so now is going to be the frame that I have to put in. So I have to make sure my chair is scooted all the way back so I can make sure that I have plenty of space to get the frame in. So then I'm going to grab the chair and put it like so. And then I just kind of scoot back and pull it up like that. And then I grab the bar under the chair. It helps me be able to pass it over. So I just grab it. It'll lift. Okay, and obviously with getting it out, it's going to be the same thing. Put my chair all the way back, which it is. Then I'm going to come over and grab the wheelchair, and I grab the bar underneath the frame and pass it over. And then I kind of set it on the seat with me, and then just kind of set it down as easy as I can, just like that. And it's down resting on my car. And then I will scoot my chair up some. Okay. And now I'm going to grab the first wheel, which when I put my wheels in, I always make sure that the rail is facing forward so I can grab the rail to easily pull it out. And then I just kind of roll it down like so. Then I'm gonna lift up my frame and pop my wheel right on there with the button. So there's one. And gonna do the same thing, reach back, grab the rim with the rail on it, pull it forward. Now this time I turn it backwards from me and set it right in between the frame and my car. I'm gonna scoot myself up a little more. Okay, now I'll grab the rim and my frame so I can rotate it and then pop my wheel on like so. All right, and then I just kind of move it and lock the brakes. And there we go. So now the wheelchair is locked. It's ready for me. Okay. Then I will get my keys. And I'm going to turn off the car, which is just push button start. Which also, to start the car, obviously, it's the push button. So you have to push the brake and then push the button. So what I'll do is push the hand control down and push the button to start it. So, there we go. Now the car is off, and now I'm just gonna transfer out of the vehicle. Okay, so I'll put my keys. I usually put my keys, my wallet, everything right down on the ground so that I could easily get it after I transfer out of the car. So, make sure my wheelchair is at a good angle for me to transfer out. And I put both of my legs out of the car for me to get out. Grab the handle, scoop myself to the edge, and then I kind of just hop over like so into the chair, and then do that, and then I will pick my feet up and put them on the foot plate. So there we go, and that's how I get out of the car. So yeah, that is my new car, and I went ahead and showed you guys everything, transfer in and out, and how I drive. I am exhausted. That's the bad part. Going anywhere, it takes a lot of work to transfer the wheelchair in and out and transfer myself in and out, especially because I live in Florida and the Florida heat is killer, guys. Like, it's just exhausting. So yes, and I also had some people comment on my wheelchair. So I'll just, let me go ahead and show it to you guys. Let me back up. Hopefully you can see it. It has snow leopard print on the backrest, and my rims have flames, which you can kind of see. Back up some more. There you go, flames and everything. So yeah, that's my wheelchair and me in it with my wheelies, because every paraplegic should know how to do wheelies. It's one of the first things we learn. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I'm sorry it was extremely long, but hopefully you guys understand better now, like some of the things that we have to deal with and go through, you know. But I mean, I still love my life, so yeah. But thanks for watching.